Hello everyone, welcome back. So glad to be with you. Christian Shreve, bestboxingbets.com. You know, as we analyze the fights pound for pound, right now Floyd Mayweather is at the top, and comparing him, if he were the same weight as the other fighters, we realize that there's some matches he could actually take, and he has chosen to take one of them and sell Canelo Alvarez. But he also could end up in the ring with Sergio Martinez. See, Sergio has three things actually, that Floyd wants. One he can never have. Sergio has always done his job. If somebody's a good challenge, Sergio will fight them. The more dangerous, the better. Floyd can never claim that in his career, although he's working to reverse it. However, he also has the undisputed middleweight championship, which is drastically different than a title. He's the champion of the world. And in addition, he's a superstar at this point. In Argentina, he is a massive star. And in America, everybody will watch him because his style is fantastic. I mean, this is a guy who can move. This is a guy who wasn't supposed to be. He didn't start boxing until he was a grown man. And he'll move around. He'll move fast. He has great hands and great feet. And he'll move around, get in position. And he can box. And he'll trade with you. And he has great power. Wow. What a good career this guy has had, and he's still even establishing himself. He's just basically at his breakout contest in a close decision win, some would say a controversial decision win, including myself, versus Martin Murray. So let's look at this. Is this realistic? Some people say, if Floyd's afraid of this guy and afraid of this guy and afraid of this guy, would he ever face Martinez? I think he might. Let me tell you what I'm talking about. In an actual fight between the two, it's not enough that Martinez is bigger. He himself is a small middleweight. He competed as a junior middleweight and moved up to take the middleweight championship away from Kelly Pavlik. His style is to give a false opening. Now, up until recently, everyone has misdiagnosed him. The Murray camp caught it, and of course, Freddie Roach, the legendary trainer, caught it with Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. challenging him, but most people don't understand, and most laymen don't, so let me make it simple for you. You don't have to be a professional. If somebody will just take a minute and diagnose this. Look, this isn't complicated. He moves around as a boxer. He moves around. Then he finds where he wants to engage. He plants his feet down. That moving around stuff looks like a boxer. And it's true he'll lead off on occasion. But his real mechanism is to plant his weight, stick his head far forward over his front foot. Why would the Southpaw Argentinian do that? Because it gives a false opening. People are going to try and hit your head. So what he's going to do is he's going to rock back like he always does, or move his head to the side and leap forward. He's going to rock back and counter, or he's going to move to the side and then jump both feet forward to the side and hit with his full body weight coming in. This is why he has knockout power late into a fight as well as early. It's not based on muscular tension or dynamics of rotation. It's based on moving his entire body literally forward when he fights. So he gives a false opening, and then he exploits when people open up. This is his MO. His method of operation has been wildly successful over the last few years. And though he's almost 40 and suffering injuries now, it doesn't appear that there's anyone in the middleweight division who could just openly say, I know I'm better than this guy. No one else thinks so as well. However, when you compare him with Mayweather, you have to say, will this defensive posturing, will this tactic work? No, it will not. Because Floyd's going to know coming in that that's what's going to happen. When you face someone who's going to give you rotational issues here, and they're going to be over their front foot and then their back foot, or their back foot and then come back to their front foot, when you do that, you ignore where the head is. You're looking to drop your jab about chest level, or fake them out with a body shot and then come over the top as soon as they go to counter it. It's not going to work. Now, this is someone who, with one shot, can drop Floyd, and Floyd knows that, and he might get tagged. He had his face busted up against Cotto, and he's almost dropped by Mosley in the second round, but he understands that's part of the game. Believe it or not, this is actually a tough guy. He just doesn't get challenged very often because he's tactically so good. So when we look at what's going to work against him, I'm going to refer back to Martin Murray's game plan. Now, to some people in the United Kingdom, Martin Murray returned home from Argentina as the world middleweight champion. There's a compelling case for that. Let's look at what was so successful for him, because he was basically unknown up until then worldwide. High guard. Now, high guard means you're not getting caught with sucker punches. He used a puncher stance, and you'll see Floyd advance behind this all the time. Back foot to front foot, back foot to front foot. Now, you get a good mover, and he'll move both of them. Or he'll move front foot, back foot almost simultaneously. But a punching stance, you watch anybody who wants to line up with power, back foot to front foot, back foot to front foot, back foot to front foot. And this is what Floyd can do. He will sometimes put his gloves up, back foot to front foot, back foot to front foot. High jab, not give the opportunity to someone like Sergio Martinez to exploit anything. Because when he fires, he's stepping in, stepping in, stepping in, and you can't just body check him continually. You have to open your opponent up to shots. So it restricts offensive opportunities, second shot, third shot opportunities for Martinez. So, in the clinch, nobody's better than Floyd at neutralizing a target. So you're not going to be able to fire in close range with him. With Floyd, and so Sergio's hopping. What's the difference between the two tactically? Speed, ability, talent. They're identical in all those. No one explains anything better in this game than Teddy Atlas, and Teddy took some time a little while ago to articulate in an article the difference between somebody like Roy Jones and another type of fighter, not in terms of talent, but in terms of the utilization of their gifts. And what we mean by that in this case is defensive posture. So if you have someone like Martinez who utilizes reflexive speed, he can move rapidly with miles per hour speed. By the way, if you're concerned or interested in any athletic contest that involves speed, the three different types of speed, how they're used, no matter what the game is, on bestboxingbets.com we address that in another blog that we've done, so you can check that out no matter your sport. But aside from the speed, what's behind it? Well, Floyd drapes and dresses every motion that he does with a backup maneuver. Fundamentals. He's in position, posture, to move, to counter. You can only change two things. You can change your body position, or you can change your stance position. Floyd makes it a practice to be able to do that with every step, as well as to be able to neutralize the offensive the leverage with which he's connected with by moving within that framework, and then having his hands always up. Always he's defensively thinking with a strong posture. Someone like Roy Jones, someone like Sergio Martinez has fantastic speed and athletic gifts, but their hands are always out of position. So they're able to pull that out flawlessly until the day that someone gets through it. With the great Roy Jones, we saw that against Antonio Tarver. With Sergio Martinez, we have yet to see the person who can catch up to it. And although Mayweather is not the person to level Martinez with one shot, he certainly can exploit his defensive liabilities in a way that most fighters won't. You see in fights like Rigondeaux versus Nonito Donaire how you're expecting a very close fight, but the matchup of the styles proves to be a mismatch. When they actually get in the ring, I think this could be a mismatch. I think Sergio Martinez, his motions would be ineffective. His defensive moves would be somewhat effective. His power is prominent and prevalent, certainly more than Miguel Cotto, who broke up Mayweather's face. But at the end, I really think that Mayweather has what was referred to in the 80s as not only the style, but the discipline within the style to carry the day versus the bigger, stronger, and very delightful to watch Sergio Martinez. Give me your thoughts on this. Christian Shreve, bestboxingbets.com. I'm Christian Shreve, and I'm here to tell you about why I think you should own my new book, Money Boxing, which is on sale now. Money Boxing has something for everyone, whether or not you know anything about boxing. You're about to receive a backstage pass into a world of glamour, corruption, and intrigue. And you're going to learn about the system, which is the only thing the casinos have had to fear in a long time. You can own Money Boxing by clicking on the link below now. I think you'll like it.